Hi, welcome back to our lesson. This time I'll be discussing with the use of range. What is exactly use of range? This is actually applicable when you want to print a program where we can solve which is related to, let me say, from 1 to 5, 1 to 10, or in reverse 10, 9, 8, and downward. So we can use the function in Python using the command or special keyword called range. Okay, you can actually go right away with your code using print, or you can also assign it. But this time I'll just go right away using the print, a one-line code. Just imagine you want to print 0 to 9. If you're going to use in other languages, it will be a long code. But in Python, you can just write it in one line. Okay, let's find out. Okay, print. So inside the print, in here, we will be using the command list. So list is also a built-in function in Python referring to the collection of your list. The elements where you can put the numbers 1 to 10 and up, or a character A to Z, something like that. So it's a range, list. So for us to apply the function range where we want to display the 0 to 9 example, just simply put here another one called range, referring to in what range do you want to print. This is just like equivalent in C++ or Java, where you initialize x is equal to 1, then x less than equal to 10, then x plus plus, something like that. But here, we're going to put inside our parentheses what range, specific range that you want to start. Example, you want to start with 0, then 10. And if you want it by 1, then you can just simply put here 1, then make sure this one to close the bracket. Let me say how many, okay, this one partner, and this one partner, and this one partner. I think we exceeded one parenthesis here. Let's try to run this one. Okay, there you are. We have here now the list of 0, 1 to 9. How about if we want to print it 9 to 0? So you just simply put in here as, I'll just copy this one and put here. I'll replace the 0. I'll interchange the 0 and 10. Okay, but this time instead of a positive number, we can say -1. Alright? So we can now print our numbers in reverse. So we had here 10, 9, 10, 6, 2, 1. Alright? So what I did here, what will happen if we're going to write it like, let me say, this one is not -1. What will be the effect of our code? Well, there will be a problem. See, it's blank. The program, the Python could not determine it. How about if we're going to put here 1 and this is -1? What do you think is the output? Well, you can try to play around with this one so you will find out as well. Okay, so we had here, as you noticed, when you try to apply that way, it will be printed the 10 and up to 2. Okay, how about if I'm going to print 100, then start with 0, and this will be -3. Okay, so we have here the numbers by 3. try to check the difference. And of course, if you want to have a specific value where you want 10 to 1 or 09, there's another way or technique for you to apply as well. What I'm just trying to show you here is the use of range. Okay, now let's try to use the range in a combination of using the 4. What about if the question is, I want to display my numbers on the right side, vertical output, not on the horizontal. Example, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Something like that. So to solve this problem, in Python, you can also write it using 2 lines of code only. Just imagine that, 2 lines of code where you don't need a header. You can just simply use the command called for. And in the for, what does it mean, the for? So for is actually another special keyword in Python where it should be combined with in. Because we're asking, it's like for and then followed by the variable name. So you can put any variable name here. Then in, for this case, we'll be using the range. And inside the range, we can put what range do you want to display. Let me say to 10. 10. Okay. So this one should be followed with the colon. Okay. This one, colon. Should be, oh no, not semicolon, sorry. It should be colon. Okay, as you noticed here, the color of in and for are different because these are special keyword in Python. However, you cannot use just for. This should be combined with in. Okay, so this one we're trying to say, I want you to display. This is the condition for a variable where the range is up to 10. That's the maximum. So since Python is a case sensitive and indent sensitive, when you press enter on this one, and if you move your cursor on the left side, you will get an error. So just leave it that way. Now this time I'll be putting here print, and in here I can say I, calling at the value of this one, which will be filled up with this one, with the 10, maximum 10. So I can put here and equal, then inside this one, this is where the program will going to display our result from 0 to 9 in this case. Let's try to run this one. See, 0 to 9. However, you can also apply, how about if I want to display 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 going downward. So same process, what we're going to do with this one, in our range, then we have to specify, then you can say 0, then -1, something like that, just like what I did a while ago using the range format. And let's try to run this one again. So you had here 10, 9, 7, okay. That's how you're going to do it. Okay, how about, is it possible to print here up to 200 to 100? Yes, you can. And if in case that you want up to 100 specific number, let me say 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, not included, only the even numbers. You just simply put, start again here with 0, then this is 100, then you just simply change this into 2. All right, so we have now our range. So in this case, it will now print by 2 uneven numbers. All right, 0 to, okay, to 98. That's how you're going to do it, especially when you want to print a range of number. Just imagine if you will use the for loops for this one. So the equivalent of for in other programming language, just like a for loops. You just have to combine with the range and the use of for. Alright, this one, you see it? We can actually combine this with another one. But for now, I'll end up on this part so you will not be confused on how to use it. Try to play around with this one. And in the next video, I'll be combining this with, the for in the list.